this is bull. Okay, these fucking assholes, these fucking assholes. The fuck is their problem, man?
The Bluff is a new Amazon Prime pirate movie with a story that sounds quite familiar. A resourceful young woman lives on a beautiful Caribbean island under the protection of the British Crown when one day a gruesome pack of pirates show up in search of their lost gold. Gold that leads them to the home of the young woman.
You know you're here, puppet. You've got something of ours.
And if you think I just described the first parts of the Caribbean, you'd be both wrong and right. Wrong because I did indeed describe the Bluff, but right because describing the Bluff is the same as describing pirates. It's basically a narrative copy with one main difference. It f***ing sucks. There I was, hearing about a new big pirate movie.
Oh my God!
Getting super excited. I watch 1 second of the trailer and see the term Caribbean Sea, and I'm like, hell yeah, I'm in. No need for more trailer. Let's go. I was so stoked all day to see the movie. And once I finally did, it f***ing ruined my day. I got scammed. I was so pissed. Absolute garbage. I'd rather see Pirates 5 times in a row than this shit once. So yeah, I didn't quite like it. And the question then is, why cover a movie that I hate so much? Well, because as I soon realized, the reason I hate The Bluff is tied to how Hollywood as a whole has changed from the days of pirates. How things in most big movies are today compared to how they were back in the early 2000s. The characters lack any kind of interesting uniqueness and are just basic tough guy gal physical badasses. The conceptual elements lack any kind of effort and it's all just basic bang bang boom boom. And the world altogether has little to no imagination and is just wonderless, colorless boredom.
Buried treasure.
So today, to my dismay, let's sail into that. Let's plunder through The Bluff to understand how it fails to capture the essence of parts of the Caribbean and how big Hollywood movies overall have lost their wonder that they used to have, and how to fix that. Cause these people are f***ing clueless.
Also, like women, we don't get to play pirates. We never get to play, and there's so many female pirates in history. So I was so excited to be able to.
Oh, and since I know some of you will check this movie out because of this video, here's a quick, totally unrelated message. When you're sailing the internet, do you ever wish you could visit any port and do whatever you want without some digital navy tracking your every move? Well, believe it or not, incognito mode cannot hide you.
But that's simply not possible.
Your internet provider, the websites you visit, a lot of different parties are seeing and logging what you do online. To stay truly hidden and anonymous, you need CyberGhost VPN. Just select one of their over 100 secure locations to reroute and encrypt your internet traffic, and now no one can track your online activity.
A lifetime pardon. All our sins washed away in a...
With CyberGhost, you can also change your online location to access all geo-restricted content on over 40 streaming platforms like Netflix and Disney Plus and more. You can score cheaper deals by switching to wherever they are. And you can do that on all your devices and operating systems for up to 7 devices at a time, so you can also share with family and friends. Stay anonymous, stay safe, and avoid annoying data collection. CyberGhost is one of the top-rated VPNs with over 38 million users, and right now they're sponsoring an 84% Filmento discount with the link in the description. It's only around $2 per month with 4 months free and a 45-day money-back guarantee. Check it out. The first main issue here is that characters lack uniqueness to make them interesting or even set them apart from each other, relying instead on something else. One of the biggest things that made Pirates so great was that each character was their own person with their own strengths and weaknesses and personalities. Lizzie lived in a bubble but could be quite smart and resourceful. Will had the strongest heart but also the bluest eyes. And then there was Captain Jack Sparrow, who was Captain Jack Sparrow. And in The Bluff, there's none of that. For example, the main hero at first seems to be an ordinary housewife, taking care of the family, prepping food, living a humble life. But once the pirates show up looking for their gold, another side of her is revealed. And what do you think that side is? No, really, it's a 2026 Amazon Prime movie with a female lead. What do you think? That's right, this humble housewife turns out to be a badass action star who can kill two men twice her size in brutal hand-to-hand combat. She can take on anyone, she can take any life like it was nothing, she can wield any blade and shoot any gun, and she's basically the most badass you've ever seen. And in and of itself, fair enough. If that's who she is as a character, okay, it can be cool to see. The fight choreography is cool to see. It's a bit weird to see since there was no kind of setup for her physical skills or abilities, but I guess it's meant as a twist and they do talk about it after, that she has a past in piracy. Alright, no problem. The problem appears, however, when the same thing applies to every f***ing character. Karl Urban is the ruthless captain of the pirates, and his big introduction happens when he shows up on the island alone. And what is his thing, his personality and skills and abilities? What does he show about himself? What kind of music best describes him? Well... yeah. The same f***ing thing. He can take on anyone in a fight and he's the most generic badass you've ever seen. There's no specificity about how he does that. It's not like he's a master strategist or master shooter or cheater or master of disguise or anything. He's just a master badass. Which is not only generic as hell, but also unbelievable as hell. How the hell is this guy killing 20 guys without getting hit once by just fighting? How the hell is this gal overpowering two men double her body weight by just fighting? It's dumb. And that's every major character. Everyone who isn't a damsel or a victim is basically a hardened badass fighting in the exact same sword and gun style as everyone else. The hero's husband is an ex-pirate who's the only other person who can put up resistance. The pirates are faceless hardened murderers you literally can't tell apart. I mean, the most unique character in the movie in terms of this is the sniper pirate, because at least his specialty is using a sniper from a distance to protect his crew. And compared to the variety of bigger and smaller personalities in pirates, this is laughable. Like, how little vision can you have in creating characters? Yeah, nobody has a distinct personality and everyone can do the same things in the same way and that's it. Oh, how can they do the things they do? They just can. That's just how it is, because they're all badass pirates, and of course all badass pirates are the same badass pirates. That's good enough. It is not good enough. It's nowhere near. It's exactly movies like this that keep ruining the image of strong female leads and making their movies flop, because there's no individuality or specificity in their strength. The hero just is a generically strong, tough badass, and she's so badass and tough that you better not mess with her, the same as everyone else. When the two badasses fight, there's no difference in how they fight because no specific traits or styles or personalities were ever created. They're just hardened badass fighters, and the one who wins is the one the movie decides now wins, and that's it. Badass. The second main issue here is that the conceptual elements are not explored or utilized to do anything, but just thrown on screen in the most vanilla way. What Pirates did really well was dive into what was offered by the concept. There was sailing, ship battles, multiple islands, ports, naval powers. There were treasures and curses and immortal ghost pirates. It utilized the absolute most of what only it can utilize, what a pirate world specifically makes possible. All of which is non-existent in The Bluff. It's a pirate movie full of scenes that have little to nothing to do with piracy. For example, there are absolutely no ship or sailing scenes aside from the quick CGI opening where the pirates hop on a vessel carrying the hero's husband. The rest of the movie is fully landlocked to this one island. Even when the pirates arrive on their ship, they don't use it. They don't destroy a blockade or shoot cannons to gain access to the shore or anything. They just either appear on shore or they row their tiny boats with a sniper rifle. Which makes no sense. I mean, how the hell do I get more pirate ship sailing and cannon action in a Bam Margera TV show than in a blockbuster movie about pirates? Are you dumb?
Oh, shit. Booyah! So close!
Why would you do that, Bam? I had a nice little bar I wanted to go to. Now you wasted all that beer.
And it's the same thing with every aspect of the pirate concept. None of its specialty is used. Look at the action, for instance. It's all basic bang bang, boom boom, swish swash. This guy swings this knife, that guy swings that sword, this guy shoots this gun, and that guy shoots that gun, and then there's him with his gun. Doom music, boom boom, bang bang bang, bang boom. To be fair, there are no fantastical curses here, so of course you could never do as much as pirates could. But goddamn, do something. Because everyone's just shooting guns on solid ground, to the point where this isn't Pirates in the Caribbean as much as it's John Wick on a Caribbean island. And if so, then what was the point of the pirate angle to begin with? The bad guys may as well be some rogue army squad or something. Wouldn't make any difference. That is the greatest sin that a special movie can commit, not utilizing its specialty. There's a lot of talk about the British Navy and the East India Trading Company.
Royal Navy patrol these waters.
He was a colonizer for the East India Trading Company.
But neither plays any real role in the movie. There's the pirates' objective of getting the gold.
And our mission is still the gold.
But they have no real end goal that they're gonna spend it on, and it leads to nothing anyway.
Plus the gold.
I mean, the big twist about the hero is that she's actually a notorious ex-pirate captain called
Bloody Mary!
And it produces absolutely nothing. She does nothing pirate captain related. Being a captain would mean stuff like being great at sailing, or being able to command a crew, or being good at strategizing or charting a course or whatever. And she does none of that. She never steps foot on a boat and instead just sneaks around this island on her own. All that her past as a captain quote-unquote amounts to is her being an 1800s Joanna Wick who can do music, bang bang, clang clink, kaboom. The point is that if you base your movie around a concept, you must utilize the elements offered by that concept. Making a pirate movie where the plot is about running through a forest into a cave full of guns and then shooting them, what's the f***ing point? The third main problem here is that the world is very grey and real and without imagination, which isn't optimal since most movies like this should be an escape from reality. A major reason why Pirates was able to make this failing genre work was by focusing on a heightened movie reality. Things were realistic, but not real. Pirates were bad guys, but also kind of funny and entertaining, and they wanted the gold to be human again. There was real emotion to get into, but overall, it was a good time.
Any of you so much as thinks the word parlay, I'll have your...
The Bluff, however, is the opposite of a good time. Watching it is like watching your unkept backyard on a cold autumn morning while trying to figure out how to pay rent this month.
Goddamn robots!
As a standalone example, there's this moment where the hero escapes with her family across a narrow creek, and once the pirates try to follow, they run into a bit of a problem. Yeah, there's a chunky crocodile that starts munching them up. And as cool as that can look, there's nothing more about it. There's been no setup for the crocodile, no earlier scene where the kid plays at the Forbidden Creek and has a close call with the croc to establish it as a threat and him as a curious character wanting to explore. And there is no payoff for it either. It's not like the hero has seen the croc before and now deliberately uses it against the pirates. The crocodile just comes out of nowhere and munches up some guys in one scene and then exits the movie. It's mostly just momentary blood and gore, and that's it. And in this way, this movie's events and scenes lack that sort of wondrous movie imagination. Things just kind of are as they are. The hero goes to save her husband from the pirates, getting to a point where she's willing to trade the gold for him, and then everything goes wrong. The pirates stab the husband and he's just dead now, and the gold is blown up and it's gone. Well, that sucks. The hero's son has braces on his legs and there's no story there. No emotional backstory of how he got them or an inspirational payoff where he overcomes them mentally or physically to do something he's always wanted to do but hasn't been able to. He just has the braces and he can barely f***ing walk and you feel bad and that's it. The pirate crew has a bunch of members, but none are given interesting or entertaining personalities aside from what I talked about. Apparently the first mate has a son who he speaks to once, and then in the next scene the son blows up, but you don't even realize until they mention it later.
My boy is gone!
Who? The pirates want to capture the hero because her captors get pardons from the crown, but of course the crown or its navy play no role in the movie, and the pirates never even get chased by anyone or face any kind of trouble outside of the hero, so it's kinda weird why they want or need pardons to begin with. But whatever, they just want the pardons because that's realistic and that's it. What I'm getting at is that although there's nothing wrong with these things individually, there's a difference between real and movie reality. In real life, there often is no story. When you step in dog shit, there's no exciting setup that leads to it or a cool payoff born from it. You just stepped in dog shit and now you smell. And in that vein, even though you should begin writing from reality, it's important to then use your imagination to build it up into something more. A movie. There are genres and mediums where depressing grey reality can work, but come on man, use your head.
Goddamn robots!
Simple, gloomy blood and gore is not enough on its own. Defeating a special enemy by simply shooting him in the face in the same way as everyone else is not enough on its own. Simply saying that the age of piracy is coming to an end because it really was,
Golden age of piracy.
It's done. Last of a dying breed.
is not enough on its own. You need to write it onto the screen as a compelling story. You need setups and payoffs, standout characters, tragedy and inspiration, fascinating motivations, heightened reality.
No fair.
And if you don't add them, here's what happens. We have two pirate movies with the exact same launch into the story, but one key difference. One of them uses imagination to build something cool it'll be remembered for forever, while the other just kinda says real things out loud while showing gloomy, bloody bits and pieces and overall sucks boring ass. Destined to be forgotten. Oh, and once again, in totally unrelated news, don't forget to check the link in the description to get the discount on CyberGhost VPN. It keeps your data and traffic safe as you browse and unlocks all geo-blocked content. It's just a couple of dollars a month with a risk-free money-back guarantee, so check it out and thanks for watching.